Well, it's been split squad, so we've been able to get a lot of work for a lot of different individuals, because a lot of some guys are at different areas, meaning guys that just came in, they're at obviously the entry level. Then we got some guys that have been around here for a while, they're a little bit more advanced, so it kind of lets you work on fundamentals relevant to where you are. I think it's been good. I think the guys have worked hard through this, through the summer, and they've put in the work. And when you put the pads on, it's always a little different from the conditioning standpoint, but they fought through it, and it's been solid so far.
What have you seen from Keith so far, Kelson?
Well, Keith's the guy that has a lot of pride in his work. He's a conscientious person. He wants to do things the exact way. He's very coachable. And then you add those things on top of he's a really good player, meaning you don't lead this league in tackles without having the ability to run the ball, have the ability to have leverage on the ball, instincts, understanding what's happening to you, and all of that's a combination of, one, his ability as a player, his athletic ability, his instincts, and also the way he prepares. And he wants to be a leader. He's a guy that takes ownership in what we're doing, and he's been solid so far.
Thoughts on the newcomers and how they've progressed through 3 days?
As far as the new guys, I think those guys I've been pleased with. I think when you look at guys like PJ Blue, I've been excited about him. Tavares Peterson is another guy that has shown some ability, and I think with all those guys, London got here a little bit later than those guys, but again, I think he's a guy that can fight for some playing time. And I think really by having the split squad practices the way we did, it allowed you to work with those guys a little bit more one-on-one, and now that puts them in position to compete for a job over the next few practices. Because really, that's what you need to do in camp is break it down. And the first phase of camp is really competing for playing time.
What do you like about Blue?
What I like about Blue, anytime you get big guys that can run and hit, you're going to be good on defense. So a guy that has length, he has size, he has ability to run. He has position flexibility. I mean, all those things allow you to be multiple in what you do. So I think he's got a bright future.
Earlier this week, Bobby said he's already impressed and excited about Fields and Hearns on the edges. I mean, what are your thoughts on those?
Yeah, I mean, I think that with Fields, obviously he became the player from the middle of the year on that he felt like he would be, and that was through his work and critiquing himself. The difference this year with him is he's been here the whole time. He's been around our guys, so his conditioning is much better. He understands what we're trying to do. He is a student of the game. It's like I told him, I mean, you need to take notes and prepare meetings just like you were if you were a freshman, because ultimately that's how you become a better player. And moving forward in your career, that's what you're going to have to do. So you're going to have to do that. So I've been pleased with him. Hearns is the guy that really started playing for us last year from the Clemson game on, and has progressed, nicely. And injuries create opportunities for guys. And with Trayvon's injury this year, it's given him, along with some other guys, an opportunity to play. He's excited about it, and I expect him to take advantage of it.
Competition at corners, like a lot of guys are rotating with the ones and the twos.
Well, that's because when the split squad, you're kind of limited in what you're doing. So basically, we were, had 4 corners, and when we go to some of the substitution packages, you play with 3 corners. So when you have that, you got to play a lot of guys. I mean, you got to play a lot of rotation. And, we did that. Now that we go back to single practice and everybody's together, we'll still do the rotational part, but maybe not try to bring guys out as much.
Like we're seeing Jair with the first team more than we did last year. I guess it's
Well, those guys are just rotating in. I mean, he's competing for a spot just like everybody else.
So what do you envision? How has he come along? I guess
he's come along good. I mean, he played for us as a true freshman, so from that indication, that would mean that we felt like he was a good player. He's been here a full year, and I would expect him to improve his production and his ability over last year, because he's been in the system, for another year. And he wants to be a good player. He works at it. So I would expect him to be in the mix and compete and, be productive for us.
You mentioned that London came in late. Do you like where he is physically?
Yeah, I mean, London is a physical kid. He's got instinct to be a player. He's really kind of what we thought he was as a player. I think he can work, to help us. And it's just getting him acclimated right now. Got a lot of got a lot of pride in him because, you know, you're talking about a guy that's moved all the way from the West Coast to here. It's been a little bit of a change. He's had to catch up with guys that have been here for a while, and he's done a good job with that.
Do you think of moving Malik Staples over to linebacker? How's he doing there?
He's doing great. I mean, he's been really impressive. He's got really good foot speed. He's got a burst, acceleration. You know, I mean, when you look, he's playing the same position that Burgess played, and athletically, you know, he's really athletic. You know, and when saying that, he's got some play strength to him also. Really smart kid. Been really proud of him and what he's doing, and I think that every day he gets better. So we'll just have to see where he is when we, you know, get off the field and let him scrimmage and do those kind of things.